Alright, good morning guys. Melissa here. This is not going to be a long one because I'm getting ready to head to church. But I did want to share a book, How to Worship a King, for everyone who is looking for a good book to read. I just started it. I don't know yet how good it is. But one thing that I did like, that I did read, that I loved was it's talking about marriage and how marriage is supposed to be. Just as Christ died for the church, a husband is supposed to love his wife like that, right? And she didn't deserve it, and she didn't do anything to deserve salvation. Same thing with a husband loving his wife, whether it's deserved or not. And then, as he loves her, he's the leader, right? So he takes the lead. His responsibility is to love her enough to do good to her so that she doesn't have any spot or wrinkle, it says in the Bible, no blemish for that day that Christ comes. And then as the husband does this, as a husband is learning to love his wife like Christ loves the church, she in return respects him, right? And it's because it's unconditional, because again, it's the love that she has felt with Christ dying for her, right? Totally undeserved. When a husband does that, that respect will be there. And, some people will be like, okay, so Old Testament is different. We're supposed to just, love Christ, right? Or love God. But New Testament, we're told to actually love and adore Christ, right? So this chapter was called Kiss the King. And when we think about that, it's not just Christian women who are like, oh yes, I'm so thankful I was saved. No, there's passion. And there's, it's like if you grew up, like I had a father that didn't really show affection. And he could say, hey, I provide for you. That's not the same as showing affection, right? And being like, I just love you, and showing affection. That's totally different. And so when you have a father like that who has not given a girl that, she is going to have like this huge hole in her heart. Same with the mother-son relationship. So what you want to do is you want to be able to have a marriage based on Christ. And it's not just about marriage, technically, with a certificate, right? It is about worshiping Him. And so when you have two Christians who are in a marriage and they're both worshiping Christ, they should be able to have a strong marriage of love and consideration for one another too. So, good book. So far, so good. I have really enjoyed this. I will be posting a video on this and more stuff on scripture. And then I have been reading Anne Frank's book. So, The Diary of Anne Frank. And I will be doing that on my history channel when I get a minute. So, there'll be videos about church today, worshiping Him, the King of all kings.